find every last member of the Yōtei Six, and I will bring you peace. I swear it.
There's a lot of talk going around about Ghost of Yōtei, and honestly, it's easy to see why. The game looks stunning and has a charm to it, but should you really buy it? That depends on a few things you need to know before going for it. So let's keep it simple and go over 10 key details that'll make your choice much easier. A new story set on Mount Yōtei. So the first thing you need to know is that Ghost of Yōtei throws you into a fresh story set around Japan's Mount Yōtei in Hokkaido. Instead of just another samurai tale, this one mixes folklore with supernatural legends, so expect to see spirits, yokai, and lots of eerie encounters. You play as a wandering warrior who's caught between protecting villages from invaders and dealing with supernatural threats lurking in the wild. The story is filled with mystery, branching choices, and strong character drama that feel personal. If you loved how Ghost of Tsushima balanced history with fiction, this game pushes it even further into myth and ghostly territory, making the whole experience feel darker and more unpredictable from the very start. Samurai combat with a twist. Combat in Ghost of Yōtei feels familiar if you've played samurai-inspired games before, but this time there's a real twist. Alongside swordplay and parries, you'll also have access to spiritual abilities drawn from Japanese folklore. Imagine hitting an enemy with a clean katana slash, then following it up with a ghostly attack powered by yokai energy. The combat encourages experimentation, letting you swap between traditional martial arts and supernatural skills. Boss fights are designed around this system, with some enemies being vulnerable only to spirit-based attacks. It's action-packed, but also pretty tactical, making you really think about each encounter. If you're into stylish duels with a supernatural edge, this game has you covered big time. Huge open-world exploration. Now let's talk about the world, because it's massive. Ghost of Yōtei isn't just about fighting, it's about exploring the snowy slopes of Hokkaido, dense bamboo forests, eerie caves, and hidden shrines. The map is filled with side quests, collectibles, and folklore-inspired mysteries that pull you off the beaten path. You'll stumble on random NPC telling stories, spooky hidden yokai dens, and even villages that change depending on your decisions. What makes exploration even cooler is the season system. Snowstorms, changing weather, and shifting landscapes that really affect how you approach the world. It feels alive, like you're walking through a living myth. Trust me, just wandering around is gonna be half the fun here. Real Japanese mythology vibes. One of the coolest things about Ghost of Yōtei is how deeply it dives into Japanese mythology. We're talking stories about spirits, shape-shifting foxes, hungry demons, and ghostly warriors. The developers didn't just toss in random monsters, they actually did their homework. Every yokai and myth you meet has roots in Japanese folklore, so it feels authentic and creepy at the same time. Some quests are pulled straight from traditional ghost stories, but they're twisted in ways that feel fresh for gamers. This blend of history and myth means you'll constantly wonder what's real and what's supernatural. It keeps you on your toes and makes the world feel way deeper than just a regular open-world action game. Choices actually matter. So here's a big deal. Your choices in Ghost of Yōtei matter a lot. Unlike most action-adventure games, where decisions barely affect the story, this one takes a heavy role-playing approach. Who you side with, what villages you choose to protect, and how you deal with yokai spirits will actually shape the ending. You can play the honorable samurai way, protecting everyone at all costs, or lean into darker, more ruthless decisions. These choices not only affect the story, but can also change which abilities you unlock later. Some endings are tragic, while others feel rewarding depending on your actions. If you're into games where you actually drive the narrative, this one's got plenty of replay value. Stunning visuals that feel like art. Graphics-wise, Ghost of Yōtei looks incredible. The world is designed like a painting, with snowy peaks, glowing shrines, and atmospheric forests that feel like they've been pulled straight from Japanese ink art. Lighting plays a huge role too. The way moonlight shines over the snowy landscape during ghostly encounters is chilling. Character animations are fluid, especially swordplay, which makes duels look cinematic. Even little details like footprints in fresh snow or the movement of maple leaves add tons of immersion. It's not just about realism either. It's stylized in a way that makes everything look dramatic and haunting. Honestly, you could just stand still, look around, and feel like you're inside a legendary piece of artwork. Side quests are actually worth it. Forget boring fetch quests, because Ghost of Yōtei makes side missions feel important. A lot of them are tied to mythology. So instead of just basic errands, you'll be helping villagers fight off yokai attacks, hunting cursed spirits, or uncovering weird folklore-driven mysteries. Some missions even unlock new abilities or special gear, so you're rewarded for taking the time. What's cool is that side quests often tie back into the main story, or reveal secrets about the world, making them feel meaningful instead of filler. You'll never know if a random request leads to a touching character story or a terrifying ghost encounter. Basically, skipping side quests means missing half of what makes the game special. A hauntingly good soundtrack. Let's not forget about music. It's a huge part of Ghost of Yōtei's vibe. The soundtrack blends traditional Japanese instruments like shakuhachi flutes and taiko drums with eerie ambient tones that give you goosebumps during the spooky parts. When you're exploring villages, the music feels warm and folk-inspired, but when you step into haunted forests, the sounds shift into chilling, echoing layers that make you constantly uneasy. Boss fights kick in with intense cinematic tracks that perfectly hype up the duels. The audio design also nails the little details, like snow crunching underfoot, whispering winds, or eerie yokai cries in the distance. It basically makes every moment feel cinematic, emotional, and immersive, keeping you hooked from start to finish. Customization and gear variety. Unlike some samurai games that stick you in one outfit forever, Ghost of Yōtei gives you tons of customization options. You'll craft armor sets, unlock different masks, and even upgrade weapons with spiritual enhancements. One sword might glow faintly with yokai energy, while another focuses on raw samurai strength. Outfits aren't just cosmetic either. They bring gameplay perks, letting you boost stealth, enhance abilities, or strengthen ghost powers depending on your playstyle. The customization makes you feel more connected to your character because you're constantly tweaking them to fit the story choices you've made. Whether you want to look like a noble warrior or a terrifying ghost hunter, you've got options. Ghost of Yōtei feels like a must-play if you're into samurai action with creepy folklore vibes. It's got deep combat, choices that shape endings, and a world alive with myths. With stunning visuals, haunting music, and multiple playthroughs worth exploring, this game promises mystery, tension, and unforgettable adventures. So are you ready to explore?